Welcome to the State Farm Game Break Show.
Well, a couple of fun, crazy, wild finishes. What else do you expect Week 7 of the National Football League? One game that was not, though, is how we start off our highlight run through the Green Bay Packers easily against Carolina team.
Well. Play action. Looks left. Cover 2 means that the wide receiver, Jordy Nelson, gets outside the corner. He doesn't make a jam. The safety really got to get over flat. He doesn't. 59-yard touchdown reception, 7-0 Green Bay. James Stark has a 13-yard run. Now, Luke Kuechly gets up. The linebacker, defensive player of the year last year, ends up making contact with referee back judge Steve Freeman. Ejected from this football game, 38-17. Packers on top of Carolina.
Aaron Rodgers, another big day. Didn't even play in the fourth quarter. Had 3 touchdown passes. Afterwards, talked about the role that the Packers are on right now with Pam Oliver.
Well, Aaron, when your offense is clicking on all cylinders like that, and no disrespect to them defensively, do you feel like you can do anything you want?
Well, we had it going today. We got the run working. We made some plays. Jordy had a big play early. Randall had some great yards after the catch, but we're still not putting up the kind of yards we want and putting together a 4-quarter game. But defense did a great job giving us field position, turnovers, and we cashed in on those. But there'll be stuff to work on. It's tough to play here. We got a great crowd. It's cold. It's going to get even colder. And we're moving in the right direction. I want to say happy birthday to my grandma as well. She's 82 years old today.
And what's her name?
Barbara Pittman.
All right.
Love you.
We love you, and happy birthday. Last thing I wanted to ask you, though, is, you got your bye week coming up. You got a New Orleans game. How good does this team feel, after reeling off these kinds of wins and then having an opportunity to rest in the near future?
Well, the schedule is laid out pretty good for us this year. We had a Thursday game, so a nice little half bye there, and then a bye after the 8th week. So we got a tough game going down to New Orleans next week. We're 5-2, moving in the right direction, and hopefully New Orleans can help us out here and beat Detroit.
Oh, I hear you. Thanks for that. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Packers have now won 4 straight. Atlanta and Baltimore.
Steve Smith gets into it with Kamal Ishmael. Smith called for a personal foul. Ravens up 20-0. Smitty, something we're kind of used to seeing him throughout his career. Fourth quarter, Flacco didn't get 5 touchdown passes today. I don't know why, but she did. What a disappointment to me personally. Torrey Smith, 39-yard touchdown. 29-7 Ravens on top of Atlanta. Seahawks at the St. Louis Rams. Seahawks punting away special teams going towards Tavon Austin. They set up the return that way. Whoa, that's not where the ball went. Stedman Bailey on the opposite side, down the sideline, 90-yard touchdown. What a great job, Pete Carroll, head coach of Seattle. Thought that Austin called for a fair catch. You check it out, did he? Doesn't appear that he did. Therefore, it ruled a touchdown, 21-3. Rams. Fourth quarter, Rams on a punt formation in their own goal line, but Hecker finds Cunningham for an 18-yard completion. Rams pick up the first down. Rams up by 2, 28-26. Rams trying to run out the clock, then Trey Mason fumbles the scramble for the loose ball, ruled that Corey Harkey had recovered the ball. Therefore, Harkey appears. There it is. He gets it. Rams keep it. Rams go on and win this football game in an upset over the defending world champion Seattle Seahawks, 28-26.
Yeah, controversial finish because it looked like Seattle had recovered, but it didn't matter. St. Louis wins.
Sorry, great wide receiver. Calvin does not play in this football game for the Lions, and it's all Drew Brees. Looks like the Saints are going to win their first game on the road. They're 0-3 so far, but Marquise Colston's ball intended for him. Glover Quinn picks it off. It's 23-17 at this point, Saints. Stafford then to Corey Fuller on a 5-yard touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Detroit Lions 24. I picked the Saints to win this game. Shame on me, 23, New Orleans. Jimmy, you did too, didn't you?
Unfortunately.
All right, a reminder, hey, next week, the Detroit Lions will take on the Atlanta Falcons in London, and our coverage will begin at a special time. 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 in the morning Pacific. Wake up and have breakfast with Jimmy and me, and Michael, and a bunch of other crazy, wild early birds.
Since I'm from the lower South, Fred Jackson of Cole College leaves with a growing injury. C.J. Spiller, he gets carted off with a broken collarbone. Fourth quarter, Kyle Orton, pump it, fire it. Thank you very much, Sammy Watkins out of Clemson, the #1 draft choice. A lot of folks considered the first player should have been taken in the draft. There's your touchdown for Sammy Watkins, a 2-yarder. And look at this, Buffalo 17-16. over the visiting Minnesota Vikings.
All right, Indianapolis shuts out Cincinnati, who hasn't won a game in a month. Indy has won 4 straight. Miami knocked off the Chicago Bears 27-14. Washington came back courtesy of Colt McCoy, who took over at quarterback in the second half. And the Jacksonville Jaguars rolled past the Browns, get their first win of the season, 24-6, the final in that one. All right, guys, a lot of crazy things. I'll let you pick what you want to go with. Where you want to start, Jimmy?
Well, Kurt, I said in the pregame show, let's not write Seattle off just yet.
Oh.
Hey, they're starting to feel a little bit of pressure. It's not that easy to defend, the championship. They're finding that out. Number one, every opponent, they're going to give them their best shot.
Yeah.
And you look at St. Louis, what do they have to lose? They ran the punt return, they ran the fake punt, doing things that it takes to beat the champion. On top of that, not only was it tricks, they were very efficient offensively. Austin Davis, 18 for 21, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers.
Yeah, if I'd have told you coming into the game, they're going to go on the road, put up 463 total yards. Russell Wilson would throw for 313, no interceptions, rush for another 106. You'd say, we're going to win this football game, and we're not going to turn it over.
Yeah.
You're going to win those games. I tell you, who coaches the special teams for St. Louis?
Oh, Jim
John
Fossil's
Fossil.
son.
Jim Fossil's son.
Yeah.
As good a special teams performance I've seen in a long time. Extremely creative.
All right, let's go back to last year. We said this on, I didn't say it because I didn't know it. But somebody said last year, let's not forget Seattle won a lot of games they very easily could have lost.
Right.
And then they got that momentum going and got it in the playoffs, and boy, then we saw, the beauty of that. Well, now this year, look what's happening. They go into St. Louis to a team that played on Monday night with a backup quarterback at very average win at best, minus Chris Long, and take care of the defending world champion. They're losing games now that probably last year they would have won.
Well, the thing is that nobody's intimidated by them, and we have to give something to the Green Bay Packers, too. Aaron Rodgers still on his hot streak, and now Randall Cobb's in ball. Big game for him today. 6 catches, 121 yards, and a touchdown. That's something they missed earlier in the season from him.
And they're still tied with Detroit, who is 5-2. Won a kind of game today that they would have lost in years past. So really an exciting year in the NFC North. We'll find out if the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders will keep their excitement going in the NFC East. They've got a big game coming up. America's Game of the Week, the Giants and Cowboys, comes your way in a bit.